Good afternoon, everyone. This is DJG, and it's a Saturday afternoon. Just kind of 4 o'clock.
Hello, beautiful.
How you doing? Happy New Year to you.
How are you?
I'm all good. You're the first diva of the year.
Yay! I want to be a diva. I am a diva.
Right, you got to do one thing. Got to do a little movement.
Oh my God, what movement? Okay. I have to do it when I come to you. I have to do it properly so you can see.
Okay, that's a promise. I'll hold you to
face to face.
So how you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good. I've started in 2019 with a bang, and I absolutely love New Year's Eve. Do you like New Year's Eve? I love it.
Yeah, it was good. I actually rested on New Year's Eve for the first time ever. I actually rested up, and it was good. It was really enjoyable.
Why was that? Why did you want to rest?
Because the whole of December I was really, really busy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I just needed to rest up. Anyhow, welcome to Diva Talks. Give yourself a round of applause.
I'm really excited. Yes. There's so many amazing divas out there, and so many amazing men divas as well. And we should embrace them. We should, propel them. That's what it's all about. Being really united and supporting one another, and just showing unity. Because sometimes I feel people are like, I can't support this person because I've got to support myself. And it's crap. Go around supporting everyone with a big smile and have a big heart, and good things will come to you, because you can't be in competition, can you, go? Because ultimately we're all unique.
And the thing is, the whole object of this thing, Diva Talks, is about supporting people, supporting yourself, bigging you up, giving you the opportunity to big yourself up and just enjoy life. So, first question. What makes you you?
Oh my God, I just love life. I'm like this. I think I'm a child. I remember at, being 5, sitting on the windowsill at my mum and dad's house. I grew up in Hounslow, and just talking to the universe and going, what's out there? What can I do? What am I going to do when I grow up? And dancing, singing, and I can't sing to save my life, but just wanted to be out there living. And my dad went round with a hammer and nails, literally. He was going, oh my God, he's Sicilian. My daughter's going to jump off the windowsill, she's going to die. And I was like, I'm not going to jump. I'm literally just curious. And I would say that curiosity has stayed with me. And I don't know how, well, I do know how. I know all the strategies I have, but I just keep that spark alive by just looking up every day and going, whatever's going on in my life, I love life. But music, I mean, that's why I fell in love with you, Gag, because your music is so good. And I'm like, oh my God, it's touching myself. So just the simplest things, I think, really make me high, naturally high. I literally get off on life because I'm so excited by things. Because I think every day, you could be in one area thinking nothing's going to happen to you, and then smash, someone will come into your space and you'll go, wow. And so I think I appreciate the simplest of things. I appreciate the sun. I appreciate people. But I always have gratitude for all the little things in life. And I think that's just in my nature. And I just don't want to grow up.
Well, it's too late to be growing up. All that growing up stuff, all that adult stuff, let's forget that for this time. But it's about, for people who don't know who you are or what you do, just explain to people what you actually do.
Okay, so before I explain what I do, I'd just like to say where it all started, because I think, I turned 50 last year, and I think that's really, really important to me. But I started my journey, like I said, I was really, really wanting to go into the arts. It was acting, presenting. But my mum and dad, being Sicilian, were really like not knowing what to do with me, and she's a bit crazy. And I think it was all like too much for them. So they kept saying, you're going to go to a convent school, because I was brought up Catholic, and you're going to go and do Pitman's, for God's sake. Does anyone even know what that is? Like, it's typewriting. And I was shit at it because I couldn't focus. So I think my journey started thinking, I want to be around music, I want to be around fashion, I just want to be around buzzy people. So because I couldn't kind of get into the acting because my mum couldn't get me there, naturally at 16 I kicked ass and left my school, convent school in Isleworth, and I went to Vidal Sassoon, and it was probably the best place for me because it was just alive, and it was
the Vidal Sassoon. The Vidal Sassoon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big step.
Massive.
That's a big step. So, I mean, being the person who you are, you know, what trigger points sort of like hit you and think, this is what I want to do? You're at Vidal Sassoon, you have a trigger point, think, I can do this. I don't want to do this. But what was that trigger point for you?
Well, getting to Sassoons or after that bit?
What going to Sassoons and doing?
This is really weird because I do a lot of self-development myself, and I really reflect, and I was thinking about it, and I think I just didn't fit the mold in my school. I was rebellious, I was naughty, and I'm still all those things, and I think I had an old...
But you were naughty? I'm shocked. I've got to turn my head away for a second. You were naughty?
I was naughty. I used to backchat all the teachers, and there was this Italian teacher, right? She was really old-fashioned, and she used to say to me in Italian, mind your own business. But she'd get really angry, going, mind your own business, because I'd try and help everyone else with their Italian. And then she'd go, I'm going to give you one lesson in life. And the one lesson I'm going to give you, Palmer, is you only marry Italian men. Never, ever go outside of your culture. And I'm like, who did you marry? She went, a Scotsman. I went, shut up, fuck off. And I got kicked out into the hallway. And I was like, constantly, like, really trying to express myself. And I was never rude. I was a real sweetheart. But I was always trying to say, I don't agree with you, and stand up for what I believed in. And I think, you know, it came from going to Vidal Sassoon because no one would listen to me. My parents wouldn't listen to me. No one would listen to me what I wanted to do. So I just thought, I know what I'll do. And I used to go into the library at my school, and there was a book on fashion and Vogue, and there was all about hair as well. And I went, my mum can't say no to this. I'll go and be a hairdresser because it'll just kind of really piss her off. And she wants me to go off to do languages and go off to university. So I went to Vidal, and I thought, if I'm going to go, even at 16, I knew I've got to go to the top of the game. And also because I always wanted to be in the arts and I wanted to be on TV, I thought, you never know, I could be a celebrity hairdresser. Even that, they didn't even exist, I don't think, in the 80s, 84. But I just had big dreams then. You know, I was always really driven, but it was always my passion. My downfall, my weakness was I was always easily distracted. So that's why I get on my path, get off my path. But I'm hopefully on my path now, and I'm going to stay on it.
now, talk about being distracted. What sort of things would actually sort of pull you off into another another direction? Because like there's so many distractions in life, full stop, wherever we go, and it's to try and keep yourself focused on that. First off, what were the distractions, and secondly, and how to avoid those?
Well, for me, when I was younger, it was always falling in love. I used to just fall in love. I used to fall in love. So boyfriends, you know, I'd be like, oh, he's so lovely, he's so wonderful. And he'd be like, let's go and do this. I go, yeah, I'm coming to do. I'm a terrible person for, not now. I would easily fall in love. I fell in love with you, Gary, but it's more a case of, I think that goes without saying. But, you know, I do fall in love. I literally love life. And so, you know, I was a very naive, very, very naive girl when I went off to Vidal Sassoon. You know, virgin, I hadn't had any boyfriends, really, really strict upbringing, you know, not knowing anything, but with this passion and this kind of like big personality. So, you know, it was kind of going to happen. And I just met someone and I just thought, wow, you know, this person just blew. And it was just everything that this person's about was about passion. So the distraction was more the party scene.
Right.
What's going on over there? You know, although I fell in love, it was also, I want to be over there because that party looks amazing. I want to go on that trip because that. So I was easily kind of put onto different paths because I just wanted to be around where the action was, where the fun was. And so although I had big aspirations, I'd say that what happened was I was gullible. I would listen to other people and think, I'm going to take that route now. And so I'd come off my route and take on someone else's route. Do you see what I mean? I was easily influenced.
So what advice would you give to young kids now in their teenage years and going into their 20s? What advice would you have to give them to say, okay, this is the mistake I made, and I'm telling you not to make those same mistakes so you become a better person? What advice would you give them?
I would say, do you know what? I think younger people are better. I mean, I went to a convent school, so it's probably the worst. You know, I've got to have men around me. I love men. You know, put me in a girls' school. I mean, Jesus Christ. So I think people are a bit more aware now, and with social media. I would say though, because I was insecure. This is where it comes from, okay? Because my identity and my beliefs were really, really put onto me by my fam. I love my mum and dad, they're still alive, but really, really strong beliefs. So I struggled with that whole identity. And I think had I not had those struggles, I think I would have coped. But, you know, listening to other people and seeing what's out there and thinking, God, I had such a restrictive upbringing. I was influenced by the drugs, by the party scene, by the people, the men that were out there being really strong and vibrant, because I just wanted to live because I wasn't allowed that freedom. So for me, it was always about freedom. So I think what you need to do now, if you're younger, is you have to just know who you are. And it took me years of self-development, years of literally, I wouldn't just tip my toe in. Believe me, you know, I'm a coach now because not only have I learned it, Jesus Christ, I've experienced everything because I'm a real, I don't want textbook. I want to know it. I want to feel it. I want to, you know, even if it's going to make me sad, sick, ill, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it 100% because I want to know what I'm talking about. So I think in a weird way, the adversity has made me be calmer. And so I bless it and I give gratitude to it. But I would avoid, you know, stay on your path, have fun, have freedom, listen, but always reflect and go, is that true? Or do I really believe in it? And if you are going to fall in love with the right men, because I always have fallen in love with the wrong men, because, you know, I've not always been that confident or had that belief in myself. So if you're going to fall in love, just remember, does this person suit me? Does this belief work for me? And then you won't go wrong. But that's taken me years. I don't know about you, Gary, but I know you're in a really good marriage and you're really happy. But it's kind of my downfall, but my blessing. I kind of look at it as that's who I am. And thank God I did dive in.
And it's basically about your experience. You're using your experience to help other people.
Yeah.
So just a typical person who will come to you, what would be the things that they're struggling with?
Because at the moment I tend to do, I want to start my live event interview, obviously, so we can talk about that later. But at the moment I have teenagers, because I did a lot in the hair and beauty world before I stepped out and had my own business only a year and a half ago, so I feel really good. I still get a lot of hairdressers and people in the arts. Because we're so creative, I think we tend to maybe, you know, I'm dyslexic, so, and I've kind of coped. I have people that maybe resonate with me and all my troubles. So either college students, schools, one-to-one, young or old. Obviously now I'm 50, I can have a lot of people that follow me and want me to work with them. You know, struggling with relationships, intimacy, because I don't have any issues with that. I don't have any shame anymore. I've got rid of all that toxic shame and I've embraced Palmer, and that's who I am. You know, I love who I am. I love my sensuality. I love being sexual and I love being free. So I think I get a variety of different people, men and women, but it is based on the things that I've experienced. Addictions, I know a lot about addictions, and obviously I've spoken in the past about bulimia, anorexia. So it's quite varied, really. I do quite varied stuff.
So you've got a lot of experience of going through different things. Now, moving forward, the time when you started your business, that step from working for somebody else and stepping over the line and saying, I'm the boss. How difficult was that to actually make that step?
It is really difficult because, you know, we all need certainty in life, don't we? We need to feel secure. And I think it took me so long because of the self-belief. I mean, you know, I remember going for presenting jobs, and every time I went for a presenting job in my 20s and 30s, they go, God, you're so similar to Davina McCall. And I go, I can't compete with that, you know, and I would just crumble. And I think I just really had to work on myself. So when I did it, I think two things happened to me. One, I truly got fed up watching everyone else being brave. And actually, I thought, this is disingenuous, because I'm going around to all these people going, step out your comfort zone, be really brave. And that last hurdle for me, I hadn't managed. So I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to crack this, and I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to do it on my own. And I'm going to make myself be that person that I truly want to be. And I don't want to be the well-kept secret, you know, because everyone would say, you're really, really like a secret no one really knows about, even in the hairdressing world. And I think, do you know, I'm fed up. I'm fed up of not doing what I truly want to do because of my fear of judgment, because of my fear of what people might say, or family as well. People look at you going, really? Because, you know, we've all got fears. So, and also, you know, a big trauma happened in my life, and I think it just woke me up. And I've spent 5 years just thinking, you are going to do this, Palmer, and you're going to work on yourself, and you're going to go out there. Because I've always helped people. It's always been my purpose. I knew that from a very young age. But it's always really, as well. Yeah, but to really go out and do it and show the world, it does take a lot of courage. But I think it was that I'm not going to be disingenuous. I'm not going to tell everyone else to. I'm going to do it myself, so that you truly lead. I lead from the front and lead as an example.
It's a big step, because like, to make that step, as you said, because people are like want everything secure and in that perfect circle, and if you step in the circle, you have no safety net, you have nothing, and you really have to step out and really, you know, take the bull by the horns as a business person and say, okay, I'm going to do this. And it is scary, but sometimes having that fear of failure is almost the thing to push you on, because I want to carry on. I want to do my best.
And I think you're right, Gary, because strangely, I've always suffered with anxiety, but my anxiety has pushed me to do everything. But this one hurdle was the biggest thing. And I also think a lot of my fears came from, am I intelligent enough, because of my dyslexia? And when I'd go for like auditions and castings, I would freak out thinking, what if I can't read it? What if I can't pronounce it? What if I get this wrong? And then, you know, as I've grown up, I've realized that most of the actors have dyslexia, and it's just something you have to repeat and learn. And people are more sympathetic and knowing. So I had a real problem with how bright I was, and am I smart cookie? And I suppose that's why I love working in the hairdressing world, coaching, because, you know, and even now I'm really pushing, because I do the whole body language, how you talk to people, how you communicate with people, the art of communication. But the thing that really drove me was to make hairdressers realize we're entrepreneurial. Anyone that's creative, we're entrepreneurial. But no one told me that. And I feel like going back to my school and going, you horrible teachers. Why didn't you just tell me I was never going to fit your box, and I'm entrepreneurial? And actually, that's what my skill set is. And this is why I'm a great networker. I love people. I can talk to, you know, anyone. But I'm not great at admin. I'm not great at doing all the things that really logical people have. But I have learned. I've had to learn, because once you step out and you work for yourself, you got to get organized, you got to get disciplined, you got to get focused. And they were all the things that I truly lacked when I was younger. Discipline, focus, because I was always out there thinking, what else is on the other side of the universe? What else can I do?
For one thing to another.
Well, I was literally, because of my anxiety, the adrenaline, I was bouncing from left to right. Whereas, you know, obviously I've taught myself structure, and also been blessed with people I've met en route that have mentored me and spoken to me. And God, Jesus Christ, Palmer, if you reined it, I mean, I'm still big. You can tell I get really excited, but it's from one place now. But I had this wonderful woman who was my teacher. And she was at drama school. I went to drama school, and she said to me, if you just reined it in, you'd be so powerful. And I was like, how do you rein it in? It took me years to realise what she meant. And that's what I try and do now. You know, whatever's going on in someone's psychology, their head or their anxiety or their fears, I can get there really quickly because I get that, I've seen it, I've felt it. And I think it is, you know, it is what you've just said. We've all got to be brave. And a lot of people hate doing, you know, the funny thing about doing this with you, Gary, it wasn't sitting here talking. It was, what if I can't get it right on technology? That's still my thing, because I've got this belief I'm shit at maths and I'm shit on technology.
But Anika, she made a comment that said you shouldn't fear failure.
Yes.
You shouldn't fear failure. And a lot of the time, even parents, that they don't want their kids to fail, and you try to. But sometimes, if they fail, you actually learn more from failure than you do from success. And you know, as a business person, you've probably made a lot of mistakes. But those mistakes, you've learned from it. Now, for anyone who just tuned in, this is Diva Talks, where I'll be talking to special ladies who are doing great things in business. If you don't know Palmer, follow her now. Click on her name, follow her. You won't be disappointed. Won't be disappointed in any way, shape, or form. Please follow her and share this as well. Share this to every person around the world, because what I want to do is make every diva successful. I said this to Afro Chick on the run.
Yeah, that amazing.
She is an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. You are going to be big. You're going to be better than what you even thought you could be. As much as you think you can be big, you can be bigger than that.
Thank you.
Really, you really have to do. You have to really believe that you can be better than what you think you can be. And all I want to do is big up the divas. If you're ready, I want to big you up. And this is the opportunity for anybody who's watching. You said, look, I want to be on that. I want to be part of that. Contact me. Easy as that. Just contact me. I won't bite. Well, unless you ask me to. I won't bite. But it's all about bigging up the ladies. I heard somebody say, why are you concentrating on bigging up the ladies for? Why all the women are doing all this stuff? Well, my answer is, if you don't big up the ladies, you can't be a man.
Yay!
You have, because if you're man enough to big up the ladies and let the ladies explode, then you as a man, you'll come along with it. Because without a lady, you can't be a man. Because without a mother, you can't be born.
It's so true, and I think it's really interesting thing, because obviously I love bigging up everyone. But I think one of my struggles as I've grown up was always men found me intimidating. Men thought I was too loud, and I would literally be, you know, with a boyfriend, and I'd be like, "Oh, shut up, you're too loud," and I never realised the concept. And you're so right. I never went out with a man. That's what my problem was. I always went out with a child. You know, I was always, you know, going out with people that I wanted to fix or help and big up. And the true essence of being, and that's why I love embracing the femininity, and I'm really working on that as well. But true essence of a man is someone that is not intimidated by a woman who's strong, who has a voice, who likes to have fun. I mean, for God's sake, you should be embracing that. And I think this is the truth. And I think that's what's so great about you. You know, I totally agree with you. Going back to that whole thing, we should be bigging each other up. I hate people that are selfish or have ego. I can't tolerate it. I can't tolerate people that are jealous. And actually with women as well, with me, you know, I've had that a lot all my life. There isn't an ounce of me that ever wants to compete with a woman. I love women. I want to support them. I want to give to them. So when a woman puts me down or belittles me, and I've had it a lot, I just kind of look at that person and think, why? Because I'm not here in competition. And you're right, it's about being not a child. You know, I talk about being a child in that I'm curious, but I'm not, I'm a woman. You're a man. You know, I embrace people and I give them that space and I allow everyone that opportunity. But I don't take kindly when people put me down, because I've had it. I've had it a lot all my life. Yeah, it's something you've got to work with and understand, because it happens.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to be putting people down, because when psychologically it hurts, physically it hurts, mentally it hurts, and if you do that to somebody else, you're actually doing it to yourself, because you're putting them down to try and make yourself look big and look really good. I'm putting you down. You're rubbish. You're this. You're that, and it's not actually doing anything. No. It's not actually doing anything. So we're going to wrap this up. But the one thing I want you to do, in a few words, those people who are watching and those going to be watching later on, one word of encouragement, as from an entrepreneur like yourself, because that's what I'm calling you. Entrepreneur, millionaire in the making, billionaire in the making. I'm calling it out. So it's live. I'm saying it live now.
I'm there with you. I've been bigging it up myself. And that's the thing. This is my one thing I'd say to you. Once, and just really, once you feel it, and Gary and I had this conversation when I connected with him, once you feel it, there is no stopping you. You are like on fire. And I tell you what, it takes time. It takes time. Do not think you're going to get there overnight. It's taken me years. But get yourself out there. Believe in yourself. But work on yourself. And be charitable. Give to people. But once you find it, oh my God, it ignites you like no other thing can ignite you. And what you do is you go, I am going to make it. Because it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of me anymore. It doesn't matter. And I just want to go back to a point you said when you were saying about mistakes, and Anika mentioned that. One of the problems with me on that was it was programmed into me by my mother. She didn't realize. She kept saying, everything you do is a mistake. Because I would go out there, do it, and come back and go, oh, it didn't work. I come back. And she would just keep saying the same thing in his Sicilian. It's always a mistake. And in the end, that programmed me. And I didn't realize. Instead, I started really reflecting on myself. So anything you've got here, change the record. Change the record. And that's the biggest thing I'd say to you. Whatever you've got in here, change the image, change the picture, change the story, change the record, and just think, I can do this. I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter how long it takes me. And go out and find the people that believe in you and get rid of all those negative people. That's my gift.
And just one more thing. And you said about when you make a mistake. Do you know it's only a mistake if you don't learn from it?
Yeah.
If you don't learn from it, it's a mistake. If you learn from it, learning curve.
Yeah.
But